we are going to the next example, that is CO. We discussed CO32 minus, NO2 minus, HNO3 and O2 and O3. Okay, we are going to discuss that is CO effect. We are going to discuss the Lewis dot structure of CO molecule. Here CO molecule, in this molecule there is no central atom. The carbon has a valency 4 valence electrons. 4 valence electron, and oxygen has 6 valence electrons. Already you know. In this, the carbon has 4 valence electron and oxygen has 6 valence electron. Here, to get octet complete for a carbon atom, there are 4 less electrons. Here on the oxygen atom, 2 less electrons. That's why oxygen is ready to say we are going to share an electrons. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ನೇ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಏನಂತ, we are going to share an electrons with each other and we will get complete octet structure. Here oxygen readily bonds with the carbon atom. The oxygen has 8 electrons. Octet complete. Oxygen has 8 electrons and octet complete. Okay, then it become happy because it has octet complete structure. What about the carbon atom? Here the carbon atom has 6 electrons in the valence shell now, because it bonds with the oxygen atom. Then 4 plus 2, okay, 4 plus 2, that is 6. It needs 2 more electrons to form octet complete. Here there is any other atom, any other atom to bond with the carbon atom? No, only oxygen and carbon in this molecule. What it will do, this oxygen will do it, what it will do, oxygen ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ, then now oxygen ready to give these 2 electrons to the carbon atom. Get it? Oxygen ready to give these 2 electrons to the carbon atom. Carbon atom have no electrons. Carbon atom have no electrons means only 6 electrons to attain the 8 electrons in valence shell. What it will do, the carbon atom gives 2 electrons to the carbon atom. Sorry, the oxygen atom gives 2 electrons to the carbon atom. Then it will form 8 electrons and octet complete. 8 electrons and octet complete. Then carbon atom become happy. The both carbon and oxygen atom form 8 electrons in the valence shell. That's why we call it as octet complete. This bond we call it as coordinate bond. This type of examples already we discussed. ಹೌದಾ, already ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ coordinate bonds na. This is also one of the examples for coordinate bond. Okay, then these examples we discussed, till we discussed this much examples. Okay, here this is all about the different molecules in your NCERT textbook. Okay, in your NCERT textbook, and only thing you to do, that is you have to make practice. Okay, yeah, whatever we discuss now till that, one of the question will come to your exams. Okay, so you have to practice those examples of Lewis dot structure. Then we are going to the next step, that is limitations of causal Lewis theory or limitations of causal Lewis approach. Okay, limitations means ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, we are going, I am telling limitations means sad story. Okay, it is a sad story about Lewis causal and Lewis theory ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ the drawbacks of causal and Lewis theory. Limitations of causal Lewis theory are limitations of Causal-Lewis approach. By knowing the limitations, I already told you the limitations means the drawbacks of Causal and Lewis. By knowing the drawbacks of Causal and Lewis, we reject this theory and just we move on to the another theory. First we go to know what are the drawbacks of Causal and Lewis theory or Causal and Lewis approach. The first drawback, before going to discuss the drawback, these limitations it may be asked in your exams for 2 marks. Okay, so listen carefully and understand carefully. Okay, the first limitation, that is Causal and Lewis approach, that is Lewis said that if any atom, ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, Lewis mainly focus on the octet structure. Okay na, octet structure means octet complete na discuss ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ the valence electron should possess the octet complete, then the molecule or an atom it becomes stable. This said by Lewis. Okay, Lewis said that if any atom octet complete, then that molecule or that an atom should not react with any other element or any other atom, molecule, etc. What he said? Lewis said that any atom or any element or any molecule, it has octet complete, then it should not react with or it should not combine with any element or any atom. Okay, octet complete, then it does not or it shouldn't react or combine with any other element or molecule, but I am taking one example, that is xenon tetrafluoride. You know the xenon is noble gas element, is it? Xenon is the noble gas element. This noble gas, the valence shell has complete octet structure. Okay na, complete irutte andre octet complete, all noble gases are octet complete. Then how it combine with fluorine, the 4 molecules of fluorine? Xenon is a noble gas element, xenon has octet complete, then how it combine with the 4 molecules of fluorine? Then if we ask with the Lewis, he didn't explain about these type of molecules. Not only xenon tetrafluoride, this type of so many molecules, that is xenon oxytetrafluoride, here also xenon is a noble gas, it is also octet complete. How it form these molecules, he didn't explain. But these molecules are very stable molecule, they can exist in a nature. Get it? These molecules exist in a nature, but he didn't explain about the molecule, why they exist and how they exist. He only focused on the octet complete. But the octet complete, according to him, the octet complete structures, they do not combine or react with each other, any other element, but these molecules exist. These xenon, neon, they are complete, octet complete structure, but they combine with other elements, but he don't have any answer for this type of questions. Okay, then according to the second limitation, this is the first limitation, we are going to the second limitation, that is the second limitation is, according to Lewis, he says that if there is incomplete octet, okay, if there is incomplete octet, what it will do? Incomplete octet idalla ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? If the octet is not complete, the atom will combine with other atom. ಅಂದ್ರೆ incomplete octet ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? The octet is not complete. Then the atom combine with any other atom. Is it? According to Lewis, what he said? If there is incomplete octet, if the octet is not complete, in that case, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? The atom will combine with the any other atom. Okay. Then atom or any other atom and form a molecule. Okay, form a molecule. In that case, until and unless it attain a stable octet structure, ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಅದು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಲೆವಿಸ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟೇಟ್, ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ? The atom will combine with any other element or atom to form a molecule until and unless it get stable. ಆ ಆಟಮ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗೋವರೆಗೂ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಅದು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. But in that examples, for I'm taking the example, that is CH4, C has a 4 valence electron and it will bonds with the 4 hydrogen atom, it become 8 electrons. ಅಂದ್ರೆ it only 3 hydrogens ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ 3 hydrogen ಜೊತೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು? 7 electrons ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು. But it is not octet complete, but it bonds with the 4 hydrogen molecule, it become 8 electrons in the valence shell and it has octet complete. I am taking one more example, that is beryllium hydride. Okay, beryllium hydride, we consider this example. Beryllium has 2 valence electrons and hydrogen has 1 valence electron. To form duplet complete for the hydrogen atom, it bonds with the beryllium. Okay, this is duplet complete, this is duplet complete, both are happy. What about the beryllium? Beryllium has 4 valence electrons after the bonds with hydrogen. First it has 2 electrons irutte, 2 electrons in the valence shell. After bonds with the hydrogen, it has 4 valence electrons. Okay, 4 valence electrons. But according to Lewis ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? 8 electrons ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು to stable ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ. Atom gets stable, the molecule gets stable, it should possess the 8 electrons in the outermost shell. But beryllium hydride, okay, beryllium hydride, the beryllium has only 4 electrons. Even though it has 4 electrons, it is much more happy. This compound is much more happy, means it is stable, it exists in nature. But for this type of existence of a molecule, he didn't explain. Okay, he didn't explain the existence of beryllium hydride. Get it? And I am taking one more example, that is BH3 molecule. Okay, BH3, one more example. B means boron. The valence electrons of boron is 3. It has 3 valence electrons and hydrogen has 1 valence electron in the outermost shell. It bonds with the beryllium atom. All the 3 hydrogens become duplet. These 3 hydrogens become happy. What about the boron? Boron has it has 3 valence electrons. After bonds with the 3 hydrogen atom, 3 plus 3, it becomes 6 electrons. But this boron has two less electrons to form octet complete. But even though 2 less electrons in the outermost shell, it exists in nature as stable. How it is existing in nature? But for this question, the Lewis didn't explain the existence of BH3 molecule. He said these are some exceptions in the Lewis theory. How these molecules are exception? According to him, one molecule have less electrons in the less electron in a molecule, those are the exception in the Lewis theory. Then again some scientists asked and give some examples, that is B, that is he said these are some exception. Why these are some exception means they are deficiency of electrons in the molecule, means 6 electrons, beryllium has 4 electrons, like that. That's why again what but if I say, for example, I am taking PF5, okay, PF5 and SF6 and SF6. In the phosphorus, there are 5 valence electrons in the phosphorus. Okay, there are 5 valence electrons in the phosphorus. The fluorine has 7 valence electrons. Okay, 7 valence electron in the outermost shell. You already know, we already discussed some examples on fluorine element. Okay, here also fluorine has 7 outermost electrons. Here also fluorine has 7 outermost electrons. Here also fluorine has 7 outermost electrons. And these 1 less electrons to form octet complete. This fluorine wants to bonds with the phosphorus and make a bond with each other. There are 5 bonds with phosphorus and fluorine. These fluorine become octet complete. They become happy. Even though count the number of valence electron in phosphorus, before it has 5 valence electron, after bonds with the 5 fluorine atom, that is plus 5, it has 10 electrons. 10 electrons, more than 8 electrons. Octet complete agodake only 8 electrons beku. But in case of this molecule, it has ಎಷ್ಟು electrons ಇದೆ? 10 electrons. It has 10 electrons. It is stable and it exists in a nature. Okay, this molecule exists happily. Okay, but Lewis ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ molecule ಯಾಕೆ exist ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾರೆ, deficiency of electrons in the molecule. But here rich electrons in the molecule. Okay, even though rich electrons in the molecule, they are exist in the nature, but the phosphorus does not have octet electrons in its valence shell, but it is exist happily. For this type of questions, Lewis didn't answer. I don't have any answer. He said, I don't have any answer for this type of example, this type of molecules. And also SF6, it has 12 electrons in the center atom. Okay, that is sulfur ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು electrons ಇರುತ್ತೆ? 12 electrons ಇರುತ್ತೆ. It is more than 8 electrons. That type of question he didn't answer. He said these are the exception. Okay, he said these are the exception. Means 10 electrons is greater than 8 electrons and 12 electrons is greater than 8 electrons. Okay, Lewis couldn't explain the expand octet molecule. He said all of them are exception ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, because they are expanding the octet going beyond ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. But this is not a accepted. We can't to accept these. Okay, and why they are expansion, he didn't have answer. Okay, let us take one more example, that is NO2. NO2 na ನಾವು discuss ಮಾಡೋಣ. One more example, that is NO2. ಏನು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ AlCl3 ಅಂದ್ರೆ, it is also like beryllium hydride and BH3. Okay, it has deficiency of electrons ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, has like that. He didn't explain these type of molecules. Lewis ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ತರ molecules ನ exception ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. This is the one of the drawback of Lewis ಅಂದ್ರೆ causal Lewis approach. Then we are going to discuss, that is NO2 molecule. ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ we are going to NO2 molecule. Here nitrogen is the center atom because it has only one element in this molecule. Oxygen has 2 elements. Okay, you know the nitrogen have 5 valence electrons. Okay, 5 valence electrons. Then oxygen has 6 valence electron. Oxygen has 6 valence electron. The nitrogen has 5 valence electrons. Okay, I am taking this nitrogen. Here this oxygen has 6 valence electrons. It needs 2 more electrons to form octet complete. That's why it bonds with the nitrogen atom. It become 8 electron and it will become happy. What about the nitrogen now? It has 5 plus 2, 7 electrons in the nitrogen atom. ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 5 plus 2 7 electrons ಆಯ್ತು. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ what about this oxygen atom? It has 2, it needs 2 more electrons to form octet complete. That's why what it will do, this one of the electron, these it gives ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, this nitrogen gives 2 electrons to this oxygen atom, form a coordinate bond. ಏನು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, coordinate bond ನ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Then what about this single electron? ಏನು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್? ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ದಿಸ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ he didn't explain about, Lewis didn't explain about this single electron. This single electron we call it as ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, single electron known as odd electron. ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, odd electron ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. But the Lewis didn't explain the odd electrons ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. And one more rule about nitrogen is nitrogen cannot have more than 8 electrons. Okay, nitrogen cannot have more than 8 electrons. 8 electrons ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಪೊಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 8 electron. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ರೂಲ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಗೋ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ NO. NO ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ NO. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಯು ನೋ that nitrogen has 5 valence electron. Nitrogen has 5 valence electrons. Okay, 5 valence electron. It has 5 valence electron. The oxygen has 6 valence electron. Oxygen has 6 valence electrons. Then oxygen has 6 valence electron. It needs 2 more electrons to form octet complete. Then it easily bonds with the nitrogen atom. It becomes 8 electron and become happy because it has 8 electrons in the valence shell, that is octet complete. What about the nitrogen? Count it, 5 plus 2, that is 7 electrons in the valence shell. That it has one less electron to form octet complete. Okay, in this case ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, this we call it as lone pair. ಲೇವಿಸ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಈ ತರ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್? ಹಿ ಡಿಡ್ಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್. ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ನ ನಾವು ಆಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಲೇವಿಸ್, if we ask the single electron, he didn't explain about this single electron. He didn't explain the odd electrons na explain ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, we can't work. If we ask any questions about these compounds, he said these are the exception. How other scientists will accept this type of answers? Okay, so that's why we can't work with every molecule has exception. That means slowly and steadily the Lewis theory, that is causal and Lewis theory, moving to failure. That is the drawbacks. These are the drawbacks to failure of causal and Lewis theory. Okay, and thus we are moving to one another theoryಗೆ ನಾವು ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂತ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಬಂತು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ these are the drawbacks of Lewis. Okay, and also one more failure, that is, I am taking so many examples. We discussed Lewis dot structure. He didn't explain the shape of any molecule. This is main failure, that is, he didn't explain the shape of any molecule. Explain the shape of any molecule. Get it? These are the drawbacks of Kozel and Lewis. For example, I am taking CO2 ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ CO2 ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತಾ ಅಥವಾ it is right angle ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತಾ? He didn't explain the shape of any molecule. Okay, these are the drawbacks. Hence we are moving to the another theory and we keep it aside this Lewis dot theory. ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, Lewis dot theory ನ ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಯರಿಗಳು ಏನನ್ನ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಲೇವಿಸ್, ಕಾಸೆಲ್ ಅಂಡ್